these legs just a little bit. Now we're going to push up and down and just get some blood flow going. Up and down, and you can think about pressing up with your exhale. And you can do 4 corners of your feet. And then we're going to add a little bit more attention to the spine. So we're going to roll down the spine and roll up. Hello, we're going into some bridges. Bridges up, bridges down, exhale up, keep going, and exhale down, just checking everybody's view. Really good. Up and down. All right, if you would like to stay up, hold here. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now lower down, really good. And then we're going to add an option. Your right leg comes up, and then you're going to lift up and down. And you're going to exhale up and down. So this is a single leg bridge. The modification would be that you go back to the 2-footed bridge. Exhale, your hips are level, and then lower that foot, and then lift up your left leg. I was wondering who was associated with that beautiful mug, Karen. Hello. I could just see the mug. Okay, 5, and your hips look level. Cole, that looks good. 6, Jean. Hi, Polly. We're doing bridges, and we've been warming up, so we've gotten 2. Then we did single. Now, wherever you are, wherever you need to be, you can do that. I'm going to take a happy baby, and if you're still kind of evening it up, I'm not sure why some videos come in different timing, so I'm glad that you're all here, though. Now, you're going to also put your feet soles together, and then your knees that go a little wider. So this is like a little inner thigh stretch, a bound angle. Woo! Now, you could do the next one with a foam roller or any kind of prop. So if you have one, you don't have to. I'm just going to show it if you have it. You can either put your legs a little longer and lift up with your whatever prop you have, or you could do this on the floor. So I'll show both. You guys just do your preference. So here's me without the prop. I'm just putting my heels on the floor, and I have a different knee bend than I did for the first bridges. And then here's me with the prop, which could be an arc. You can do this on your arc, or you could do this on your foam roller, or you could even use a block. So just, it's up to you. You spice it up or no. So up and down. Now you do have a soft knee, and you are lifting up and down. With your exhale, you can lift, and your inhale, you can lower. But your gravity would try to pull you down. So you want to control the up, and then you also want to control the down. So it's like you're landing in a room of sleeping lions, and you don't want to wake them up. And up, good. So you're basically, our goal is back of the body, back of the hamstrings. Good. Now, if you would like, hold it up for 10 and just do the best you can if that's too hard. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now lower. Good job. We're going to take a stretched out V. Now it's like you're pulling your toes back if you can. Woo! Toes back is harder, more flexibility. Now I'm going to add on a basic crunch. So I'm going to show the hands behind the head, lifting up, and your exhale lifts you up. That's a move you can do. If that doesn't serve you, you can also go back to your bridges. So just take 4 of these, 4 more. 3, 2, now I'm going to show you a combo move. You're going to lift the hips once for bridge, lower, and then do 1 crunch. Lift the hips up for bridge, lower, and then do a crunch. Lift the hips up. Now that's the base move. Remember, you can also just do bridges. If you would like to add on, take your legs a little longer. And then you're going to lift the crunch, and then you're going to lift your hips up. And then you're going to lift a crunch, and then you're going to lift the hips. Now, if you would like, you could actually come all the way up instead of just the crunch. And then you're going to go all the way down, and you're going to lift your hips up here, and then come all the way up. So you have all sorts of layers to choose from. Lift your hips, lift your torso. Lift your hips, lift your torso. So it's just a combo move. We know that patterns and coordination are really good for the brain when you're doing exercise especially. 2 more of whatever you're doing. Breathing as well. Exhaling and then inhaling. And now we're going to take a little thigh into the belly stretch, and you can add a left rock and a right rock. Good job. A left rock and a right rock. All right. Now the next one is that you can do the right leg up. You can take a crunch here, or if you would like, you come up and down. So we're going to do 4 on one leg and 4 on the other. But remember, you can do this any way you want. You could do just the crunch with a leg up, or you could decide to do a bridge. Now we're going to do 4 on the other. 4, 3, good. Breathe in. 2, and 1. All right, now we're going to take a little right ankle to left thigh, reach your hands through, and add a little rock. So you're also scanning, how's my body doing today? Your hips, your low back. You can move your ankles if you need to. Full breath. And then we're going to take the other side. We're touching base with these hip muscles. Reach your hands through, getting some lubrication in that hip. 10, 2. Good. And rocking is always a really nice addition. 4, 3, 2, and inhale. Now, as always, the backup plan can be a bridge. So you could do this next, or check this out. You can lift your feet up, and I'm going to put my hands down and lift your hips. So do you feel how that's a reverse crunch, a reverse curl? Feel your abs. If you're not sure, you can put your hands there. So you could do bridge, or you could do this. Now, those of you that feel like you want a harder variation, you can go up and then fight gravity back down. You notice I'm never going to the neck. I'm only going to shoulders. And it may be that you just go up 2 inches or 1 inch today. And you go up. Do what you need. You could do bridges. You could do a little pelvic tilt, or you could do a higher hip lift. 3 more. 2, and 1 more. Nice job. All right, hug in just a little bit, rock a little right and left. Nice job. Now I'm going to put the hands behind the thighs, use a little bit of abdominal and a little bit of leg to come up, and we're going to take a belly down position after a sip. So grab your sip. And then we're going to do a little bit of belly downs. So we're changing up the plane. One thing we always do is mix up the planes so that your body's strong in all planes, all positions. Now at first, hover your fingertips and your hands above the floor and lift up. So your inhale can lift you and your exhale can lower you. Good. So I'm hovering at first, even though I'm in a triangle arm position. Yes, back. Now, if you would like, lift up your toes as well as your upper body, and then lower your toes and your knees and lift up and lower. Good. So your toes, your knees are possibly clearing the mat. Everything's looking good. Now, if you want a little bit harder, the arms go a little longer and lift up what you can, upper back, toes, knees, and lower. So you have all sorts of ways to modify. You can always just do the lower half, the upper half, or the bent elbows, or you can do long limbs. Lift up, breathe in, like someone taking your picture at the top, and then lower. Breathe in, lower, 2 more, 1 more. Now we're going to take either a child's pose or just a windshield wipe, just some type of reprieve. Rest, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now go back down, and we're going to do a little bit more of our traditional swan, which is lift up your back as much as you can, and then let your hands assist you. Lower, no hands And then lift up your back, no hands, push your hands into the floor. Now this can keep going. This can be done with your mat. If you have a roller, this can be done sloped up on an arc as well, and you get higher extension. Yeah, it's really fun. So there you go. And lift and lower. Okay, you're doing great. It's upper back that we're focused on, but you will feel hamstrings and glutes helping you. Woo, looking good, everybody. Shoulder blades are down the back. Nice, Karen, that looks good. Cole, good. Good, Jean, I can see you well. Good, Polly, good. There you go, head looks good. Betty and Michelle, you're on the roller. That looks good, the rollers. Long elbows on the roller, Michelle, is a little harder. I think you can do it. Yeah, you might have to pull the roller further away from you. Yep, try that. That's it. That's it, if you're feeling good there. Now we're gonna hold it, so get ready and hold. 10, hold it up, 9, 8, 5, 3, and recover. Now we're taking a bow pose. We're all warmed up and saucy. This is right hand to foot, left hand to foot, and you might even lift up. Now, it could be one foot. It could be, you're gonna do it other side in a minute, but just do whatever you can. Neck soft. Push those feet and lower. Here we go, other foot or double. Again, up. And relax. Now, you're either going to push back to a child's pose or a down dog. You choose. Maybe it depends on your wrist, so just find what's good for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then slide into a front plank. Your forearms are fine for now. We're going to be adding on, but just take a 10 count where you get used to it. And take a 10 count on your side where you get used to it. It's like you're saying hello to your planks, your body. And then go to the other side and take 10 where you lift your arm and get used to it. Just kind of acclimate. And then forearm down and do one more 10 facing front. And then recover, and if you want to sit, grab one. We're going to come back to a front plank. And I'm going to add on some options. The plank itself is always your backup plan. So in your forearm plank, you're out. Now I'm going to pull my right knee in, and then I'm going to put it back. I'm going to do this slow at first. Left knee in, and I'm going to pull it back. Right knee in. So this is slow-mo. And with the forearms, you have to lift your hips a little bit, so that's okay. If you would like, switch places. Switch places. Switch places. Switch places. Switch places. Kind of like a little pop. Back. It's called treadmill, and we're doing this on the forearms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a little breather. I'm going to look at the faces. How's that? Heart rate up. Heart rate up. Okay, so this is a side plank. Let me fold this. And we're going to add on possibly. So once you're in side plank, you can decide, and we did this one the other day. Okay, so at first just do your arm in 5 motions if you would like. Just little. Everything's going well. Now visualize your leg doing the same, but not the arm. If you want. Now I know that's a tougher one, so listen to your body. All right, now the mind knows what's coming. We're going to the other side. And let me grab my prop. We're going to do a side plank. Now, if you would, the arm is the first part. It's kind of like a rigid star. All right, possibly add 5, 4, 3. Love it. Lower your hip. Really good. All right, take a full breath. You're gaining homeostasis before you do the other side. Now the possibility is to do just the arm, just the leg, or the two together. So you get to choose, and we'll try 6 of whatever we're doing. So you can just hold for 6. You could just do the arm, or you could do the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Love it. 5, 6. Good. So sometimes we do these flowy motions, and sometimes we do precise motions. At will, you can execute either, right? You have the ability to execute either. So you're the driver. Here we go. Either 6 count hold, or arm, or leg, or both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and lower. Nice job. Really good job. Grab a sip. I must be dehydrated. I just keep wanting to grab a sip here. Sometimes it's harder to drink in the winter because you forget, right? All right, this is forearm plank, but we're going to be adding a gentle hip extension. I'll show you what I mean. You're on a forearm plank, and that could be your pose, guys. But if you lift up your, right here where your glute meets your hamstring, lift your leg, lower it. Lift your leg, and you're trying not to lift your hip on this one. Right leg long, left leg long. Point those toes behind you to the wall. Lift up, lift up. Hip extension or plank. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Good. Take a full breath. Side plank. Now, all these are optional, so you can always just do a side plank. You're going to lift up, actually stagger the feet. Now, the top knee, you can put this arm wherever you want, it's going to pretend like it's running all by itself 4 times. 4, 3, possibly, right? You choose yours. 2, 1. Now the other side is going to do the same. The 4 runs. Stagger. 4, 3, 2. Good, Polly. Good, Betty. Good. And then lower. Nice. And then guess what possibly is going to happen next? The bottom one. It's going to do 4 runs. 4, 3, or whatever you didn't do. How about I say that? And then lower. We're going to do 4 on the other leg that you didn't do. So 4 top, 4 bottom. So I'm going to do 4 bottom. 4, which means the other foot's pushing hard. Nice. And then lower. Really good. Grab a sip. Good. Gently, gently, gently. Good. This is a little right leg. I'm going to get room here. A right leg forward. So I'm in a little stretch here. So one foot can be, I'm going to show lots of layers, and I want you to do what's good for your body. This is like a half bound angle, and this is like a hamstring. Good. So just for like 10 here, we're going to do it together. And if your body goes lower in that 10, do, but don't force. Now come up, and one foot's in, and look how I'm just trying to do it without my hands. So sort of like, see how you get in your abs? Did you see that? So you get in your abs and you switch. That way you don't have to use your hands. Is that okay? You did it. Yes. Great, guys. And so you're kind of feeling your core in different ways, just even on transitions and your hip mobility. Now, if your body will go lower, go for it, but we're not forcing it. Sometimes it feels nice to put a hand on that bound angle leg too. All right, now the option here, you can do this again. Notice how I roll back and then I put my leg. I roll back. And if you're like, no, I just want to hold my stretch, go ahead and do a V stretch and you know, make yourself happy. But watch how I'm trying to kind of do a semi. Yeah, I have to manipulate my leg. Yes! Abs. Good. You can even, don't do it if you don't want to, you can even go back. Right? Woo! Yeah, girl! Girl, nice. And go back. Nice. One other fun variation. Don't take it if it's not for you, but you can, don't do it if it's not for you. You can do it back and try to, good. So you're having fun no matter what you're doing. And then one more, I think I can figure this out. So this is another move you can do. Now, maybe you just stick with the one I just showed because you need to listen to your body. Yeah, good girl, roll it over. Yes, I love it. So just do what you can. Karen, I'm trying to figure out a modification. It could be like this too. You might be able to do a bound angle one like this. Oh, you can. Bound angle. Oops, and my leg went back to the motor program. So you could do it bound angle. Woo, bound angle. Nice, guys. Okay, so much fun you can't stand it. Is your heart rate up? Is your stress level up? All right, grab a sip. And then I want to give you another one, but this is for elasticity. So these are components of fitness you don't hear about as much in traditional, but we need them to not be creaky. So grab a sip. Stage one could be you do push-ups on the wall where you spring away. So I've lost the wall and I'm springing away. If that's not working, just do traditional wall push-ups. Stage two, good, Polly, great. Yeah, yep, spring. Good, Betty, I see your spring. I see your spring. That a girl? I see you're finding your spring. Of course, the harder one is right. Good. I'm going to try that one, and you do knees is another one. So just take about 4 more, whatever your spring is. One more. And then before we head on, we'll just do a little forearm stretch. Polly, stay upright. Michelle, too, we're going to add a possible leggy one, okay? So if you can, my offer is to stand up without using your hands. I just have to move this out of my way. Now, calf raises, you can use your wall, you can use your counter. And so I know I have on thick socks, but I'm lifting up my heels and then lowering them, okay? I'm trying to go to all toes. Let me turn to the side so you can see. So I'm up and down. Calf raises are super, just really good for helping the knee, really good for helping balance. Now, pay attention to your body. You could make it harder. Let's do 5 singles together on one foot. If it's, yeah, grab something though, because it's a little more balancy. And then do 5 singles on the other. Good, and Jean, that's super hard, so if you're able to do it, man, more power to you. If you need to hold on to something, it's fine. Now, I'm gonna offer a double calf raise again, and I'm opening my feet a little. That's your choice. You do this, or if you want, try a little, I've done a bounce. We know that jumping improves elasticity. It improves the springiness. You have trampolines in your feet, basically. And when they're soft, you feel like there's a softness when you land. It's not loud and clunky. Those of you that do want more, you can actually Put your arms back and jump. And we're only doing 6. Let me see how it went. Did your heart rate get up? Yep. So you're either doing your calves, so you have something. I love it. Those of you that want one more, this is a star jump, and we're only doing 6. So you could do this, or you could decide, hey, I'm going to do a little turnout first position calf raise. So you have something different. But if you're doing a star, make sure you have room. You go. One more. Hot dog. Now, lower with control. Grab a sip. Good job. So I love how you did what you need to. If you needed, so you feel my heart rate got up? Good. Love it. So this is elasticity and bone density. 6 jumps a day. That was a great study on that. So let's add on. I want to do a side lying for just a moment. And we're going to sprinkle in some opportunities that you can do if you would like. So at first, just do 10 of these double leg lifts. Now, I have room behind me, and you could do this if you want. You can do the double leg lift, or you can try to roll and not touch your hands or your feet. One more, and then we're going to go to the other side. So that's torso elasticity, coordination through the body. It's working your abs in different ways. Make sure you have enough room. I got to move my mic because it's where I roll side. So the first 10 reps is a sort of a more predictable belly in. It's great. And it's also your modification if you want to just do this. The seal roll that I'm showing, your offer is, it depends on your room. You could do 3 complete rolls one way and 3 the other way. If you're like me, I think I have 2 available to me. Now, you could either keep doing this, or you're trying not to use your hands or your feet on the floor, and you roll. Good, and really you try not to use your elbows or your knees, but you just, can you feel your abs? Exhale, whip your body. One more. And here we go. Good job, guys. Grab a sip. Yep, all sorts of side. It makes me think of banana boat too. Grab a sip. You're doing great. Either take a bound angle like this, or if you want to take a Malasana like this. Good job, guys. So notice how did your heart rate get up? And notice that one of the things that we do is try to get it back down. So we re-regulate quickly with exercise. Palms can go down too if you like this extra stretch. Good. All right. I'm going to give you all sorts of options on this because I need you to listen to your body. So you can stand up without using your hands. And good. Now, the first option, so let's say your knees are like, nope, you're going to do calf raises. Let's say you want a different option. You can do a squat. Now, so I want you to find what works for you. Yep. And then I'm going to go, so my mat is longer than my body. Maybe it's like 5 foot a little. This is called a duck walk. You're in a squat and you step forward. You keep your hips low. You regulate how low. All right, now I'm going to walk backwards. Duck walk. We're going to do 3 sets where you feel a challenge, but you are safe. Duck walk. Yep, and then duck walk back. Good, you got it, nice. Duck walk forward. Remember, you can always do calf raises. And then duck walk back. And and then stand up and kind of open up. Woo! And interlace your fingers and open up. Could you feel your quads just a little differently? Yeah, can you tell I take a lot of courses? And then I say, I'm going to sprinkle these in. So I'm taking a really fun course now on plyometrics. Nice job. Now we're going to go down with no hands. And you can go down a different way if you want. You can go down one way, but do your best no hands. But if you have to touch, just count. And over time, it's less. Grab a sip. Good job. Great job. All right, so we love arm strength. And I want you to listen to your body. You can do a lot of different things here. Modified, you could do this. Karen, I think maybe for your wrist, maybe you'd like that. And hands underneath you, you could do this. Or legs long, hands underneath you. All right, here we go. We're doing it. 10, 2. Yeah, you won't lift very high on that. I know. 5. You got it. 4, 3, because it's also shoulder flexibility. 2, and 1. All right, just to a counter pose. That was great. We like strong triceps, and we do want to stimulate the wrist sometime. So also, Karen, if you want to do hands and knees push-ups, you could do that probably, or a plank, like just something for upper body is my goal. Here's the other one, guys. So now our feet are here, our hands are here. Lift up. Now, when you're up, you're going to bend your elbows. So I'm trying to bend them, and then I'm trying to straighten them. I'm also, when I straighten my elbows, I'm pressing my hips up to a table. Now, we're doing 10 of these. If you need to, you could do wall push-ups instead, or you could do a forearm plank, or you could do a hands and knee push-up. Good. Polly, great. I like the way you're listening to your body. Come back when you can. Maybe we have about 4 more as a group, but you might know where you are more than I do. And 3 more, 2 more, and you have strong thoughts. Strong thoughts of strength. It's not strong thoughts of wanting to quit. Strong thoughts the way we want them. Forearms under. Good job. And I also like the ability to create solutions and not obstacles. I think it's human nature for a brain to go like, I can't, or this is hard, or whatever. And then what you do is like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Watch me do what I can do. You get feisty with it. So it's creative solutions. And I like how everyone found what they needed. Love it. Nice job. And then just shake that out. Now, your choice, if you have you're going to lie down, inhale. Actually, in your choice, if you can take 10 seconds to get there, do. If you need to get there quicker, just get there quicker. Right, Betty? Good. Now, we're going to be doing 5 leg circles each way, just so you know when you get there. Otherwise, 5, 4, 3, 2, right leg up. Left leg down, draw 5 huge circles. 5, 4, huge range of motion. We're pumping limp. And we're going to do 5 the other way. All right, now you can leave your leg up and you can try to stretch it here with your hands. Those of you that want a bonus, listen to your body. You can come up and hold on to a toe, lift up the other foot, and your hands running down that leg. Good. All right, so any of that you can. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Rest for a moment. Lower your right leg down and your left leg's up. Here we go. 5 huge circles. 4, 3, 2. All right, we're going to go the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now the leg is up, and that's already a hamstring stretch, especially when you try to reach tall. If you're adding on, way to go, buddy. You got a good memory on what I'm saying, and then the right leg's hovering and the left leg's hamstringy. So breathe, but when you breathe, it goes to the side ribs so that you can keep your belly pulled in and you don't lose it with a big diaphragmatic breath. So diaphragmatic is good, breath is good when you're not using your abs, but we're using our abs right now, so send it to the sides and then relax. Happy baby. I like it. And then I like a little rock here, right and left, right and left. Woo! Nice job. Breathe in. And let your hands come underneath your legs. Good. And then take a sip if you would like. And nice job. So we're going to take a possible side plank. Here it is. A side plank and a tree pose. So if you do not want the tree pose, you'll just do a side plank. So one forearm's here. And I like to set up before. And, oops, slick socks, slick pants. 10, more of a challenge. And a full breath. Inhale. Now, always want to lower at the hip as opposed to collapsing at the shoulder. So the transitions in our classes are just as important as the move a lot of times. The transitions could be more important in life too. Here we go. Push your foot into your thigh. Here we go. Lift up. 10. I feel good. I feel strong. Thankful for my body. Thankful for this breathing. Thankful for this class. Thankful for this morning. And then lower. All right, now we're going to go to the other side. You can do that again, or you can put your foot back. So if you were here on, I think everybody was here the other day, so you got the similar sequence. So this foot's back, you go up. Now possibly you open up a little. And maybe you're in side plank and you just take your arm back. Like Karen, that might be fun just to kind of take that into a stretch. Just see. 5, good, good. I like it. 4. All right, take an inhale. Now your hip lowers, you never collapse at the shoulder. Other side. Elbow, foot back if you're doing the add-on, and maybe you're doing tree. Now you can also lift this heel if you want of that back leg, and that'll help that extension. Breathe in, and then lower. Okay, terrific. Now, if you would like Maldrasana, as you know, I'm slightly addicted to some of these poses, and I love to do them every time. But if you're doing that, you're on your hand. Oh, I don't need this. And you could do the same thing you did, or you could go to your hand, or not. You could go here. 10. Whatever you're doing, you're there and you're strong. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower. Woo! Other side. So notice how strong you are and you've gotten, and it's a good sense of appreciation. Inhale. Now we're going to put that one foot back if you're doing this fully, and then you lift your hips. Good. Nice. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then lower. Woo! Hot dog, grab a sip. Super good, guys. Take a moment. So on that, one technique I'll do sometimes is it's a high intensity move, and then we sort of layer it with one that's less intense. So you're gonna go down to your arm, and you still give it your all, but I want you, and I've got plenty of room, I want you to have plenty of room, take a hugest circle as you can with your top leg. You're going forward, up, 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 behind, 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 and forward, up, 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 and way behind, and then forward. So it's a big, big, thoughtful circle. Good. You notice how your torso has to try to stabilize? Good. We're not just throwing quick circles in. We're doing as big as we can. I'm trying to max out my range of motion. I want it to feel good. It feels like a good flexibility stretch. Go the other way. So it's back first, and then up, 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 and forward. Back, parallel to the floor. Up, good. Back, up, 2. It's only 5 each way, but we're giving it our all with our 5. Now we're going to do one of my favorite stretches I'm also slightly addicted to, Anantasana. So if you cannot grab your foot, do the best you can. Maybe you'll be here. Good. Now kind of relax your jaw here. We'll do the tongue off the roof of the mouth cue, or a soft, soft smile. When you bias the exhale, you help your body go into a physiological calm, like a release of tension. Have you ever heard the dog do that on the living room floor? So it's just a mammalian thing we do, a little exhale. All right, try the other leg. Now we're doing the top leg in humongous circles, 5 each way. Your arm is your pillow. Make sure you've got the room. And forward, 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 forward. Up, 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 up. Back, 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 back. Actually, I have to use my hand a little, or I want it near. Up, 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 up. Back, back. You feel how that takes more abs. And then forward. Now forward parallel. Up. Feel your tummy. Stretch it back. Good. Try to keep that working leg knee long. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to do 5 here. Up. Back. And we're going to reverse it. So sometimes one hip's more sensitive than the other. And if it is, you can bend the bottom knee, or you can put a little something under it. Go back, up, and forward. Go back, up. Good. I'm really working that range of motion. And also all the fibers of that glute medius, that stabilizer. When it's strong, it helps the back stay healthy and pain-free, and it helps with balance. Up. And it also complements our walking activities. Now on this 5th one, or that was the 5th, I'm going to find my stretch. What can I do here? Anantasana. Pull your knee long if it'll go. Ooh, relax your jaw. Physiological exhale. Ooh, Polly, look at that flexibility, girl. 10. Eyes soft. Separate the lips a little bit to relax the face. 5, 4, 3, 2. Breathe in. And then exhale. Nice job. Grab a sip. Woo! Good job, guys. We're going to do a little balance on the pelvis. So this one is possibly, I'm going to offer different layers. So possibly, adjust the britches, possibly lift the feet and hover. So I've got my feet off the ground, possibly lift a leg, and I'm trying to straighten it. And thankfully we did that stretch and it straightened better for me. Bend one knee and then straighten the other one, possibly. Bend the knee, and then maybe both legs straighten. Stretch, shoulder blades down the back. 10. Look at that balance. Woo! There you go. Maybe the legs get closer together. This is more hamstringy. Look at that. 10, 2, head back a little. 8, 7, 6. Yep. 5, 4. Keep going even though your instructor's falling back. 3, 2. Inhale. And then if you want, back and forth. So it's open and maybe like 3 of those sets. 1, 2, your balance challenging, and then relax. Ooh, nice job. Another balance. You're on your hands and knees, and if you want to use a pad, you can. We're going to take the toes off for balance. So I'll show you if you were to use a knee pad. Your hands, now you could also use your knuckles, by the way. In fact, if you have really soft, wrists that are troubling, you can always use a weight. But you're going to lift up your toes if you can. I've got my shins and toes off. I'm going to try to take my right leg out, and I'm going to try to take my left arm out, but I have no toes on the floor. Now open your arm and your leg like a little star, and then put it back to straight. Open them up. Oh, so go wide actually this time, Michelle. Try to go wide with your arm and wide with your leg. I'm changing it up. Wide, yeah, and leg too. Now the leg is wide and the arm is wide. Yes. Try 3 more. Now lower that hand and that knee. Take your other hand and your other knee long, and your toes are off the ground. No toes are touching. Take your arms sideways and your legs sideways, and then reach them front and back. Side, 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 side. And then recover for just a moment. Good. Take a breath. You could even do a child's pose, toes under if you need. We're going to go back to that and do right hand, left leg, no toes. Touch your elbow to your knee, and then round, and then straighten out. 5, touch your elbow to your knee. 2, touch, yet, and round your back for more challenge. Let your face, you're looking at your knee when you're tucked. 1 more. Now switch your hand and your knee. Give yourself a full breath. Left arm, right leg. Now round your elbow to your knee and then stretch out again. Try no toes with the other foot if you can. 3, 4, 5, and then recover. Nice job. And then let the body take a sip, because we're going to go down for just a minute. Take a sip, and we're going to go down. If you would like 10 seconds to roll down, but if that's not for you, just go right on down. So you have enough room. 1, if you're going down slowly. 2, good, Betty. 3, 4, good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now once you're there, lift up your feet. Now the legs are going to do a bicycle in the air. Now if you put your hands on your abs near your ribs, you could feel they are working. Now kind of stretch out. You know how we did that leg circle? Take a really big circle. Think of a Ferris wheel, a huge Ferris wheel. Legs away is harder. So now I'm making the bigger circle, but my legs are pointing further away from me if I want it harder. I'm huge circle. So I'm trying to accent that range of motion. Yeah, hamstring, good. All right, backwards, huge Ferris wheel. So it's a little different than what we normally do. And if your low back is getting pulled and you can't pull your ribs down, go more vertical. So otherwise, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and then 1. Okay, hug and release. I'm going to do a little rock as well. And we're going to take it to a side where your arm is like a pillow. Now, the top leg is going to be out of the way. So what we're doing is balancing out that movement we did a minute ago. Take your bottom leg as high as you can. Draw high circles. So point your toes on the bottom leg and draw very high circles. High circles. I've got an acorn squash. You can think about an acorn squash that you're tracing. Pull your toes back and go the other way. A big, like a high acorn squash. Now your abs should feel like they're helping you. Now you're going to point those same toes and you're going to try to stay high, go up, 2. So you're covering the distance of a potato lengthwise. So up, 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 up. Inner thighs should feel it. Now keep the toes pulled back and lift the length of a potato. Yeah, up, up, up. Like your heel is peeling a potato. All right, inhale, and then we're going to do everything on the other side. We've got a healthy produce analogy for you today. So lie with your knee in front. Take your top leg and point the toes, and think about a huge, or think about an acorn squash that you're tracing. Take the highest part of the leg circle that you can. So you're up high. Now, if you put your fingers on your waist, you'll belly pull in. The transverse, the rectus abdominis, the external and internal obliques. Pull the belly in. All right, we're going to pull the toes back and still circle an acorn squash. Now you're going to be pointing your toes and you're going to try to get vertical, the high part of your lift. You're not going to the floor. You're at the highest part where all the work is. And you're trying to point your toes the length of a potato, that distance. Now flex your foot like you're peeling that potato with your heel. Feel your belly help you. Feel your jaw relax. You might open your lips again or softly exhale. All right, I hope you felt that. Woo! And I'm gonna offer us an inner thigh stretch. You can choose how you would like to do it. This is one way, which is called frog pose. And that's getting me. The other way could be that you do a bound angle while you're lying on your back and your feet come bound angle seated. Okay, fine. Good job, Polly. I was gonna cue. Rest your head when your inner thighs feel a stretch. Rest your head down if you can, or on your arms if you can. Feel your inner thighs stretching. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then you're going to come up. All right, we're going to do a rotation because we know that it's really important for the back. I am going to offer an eagle twist. So when you're on your back side, the possibility is that you take your right leg and you cross your thigh over, and then maybe your toes will hook underneath your lower calf area. I'm going to shimmy my hips right and then take my knees left. My right fingertips can draw circles on top of that Navajo sandstone mesa. Can leave it out. Relax the mind. Relax the jaw. Relax the back. Take an inhale. Now realign, and then when you're realigned, your left thigh could cross once, and then your left toes could hook underneath your lower calf shin. Scooch the hips left a little bit, take the knees right, hand on that leg, left fingertips, draw some circles in the Navajo sandstone. It's kind of a buff, light pink, orange color, sand color, all those colors swirled. The left arm is out like a T or a Y, so you're looking that way. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, gently come back, realign. Now we're going to take a quad stretch. So for some of you, Betty, like you might like to get your foam roller and then lie vertically on it. Some of you might like to take your arm underneath your ear and hold onto your foot and pull your knee back. And good, everyone looks good. Good. 10. Yeah. Another way to do this is lie on your back and hold the foot under butt. As you know, that's a more difficult, but ribs down. And just let your eyes close and relax on that sandstone mesa with that blue sky and the white clouds, the sage is in the air, the juniper. It smells earthy. Breathe in. And we're going to let that other foot come into a quad stretch. So you have your shin, ribs down, pubic bone up, just relaxing. Now we're just going to let ourselves relax into a Shavasana. If you prefer legs up, do. I just want to give you a little imagery, and I'm going to let you put yourself in your own. It's called the beautiful place, and it can be anywhere where your beautiful place is. It could be on a beach in front of Lake Michigan. It could be on a mesa with Navajo sandstone. It could be in a beautiful forest in Appalachia. It can be anywhere, but you're in your beautiful place, and you want to imagine the colors you see as you look around. Now you want to imagine the smells that you smell. You want to imagine how it feels, the surface that you're lying on, the air and the temperature, the humidity or the dryness. You want to imagine how it sounds. Maybe birds and trees rustling or sage moving, lizards running across the sand, whatever it is, ocean waves hitting. So all your senses, and submerge yourself in that beautiful place where all the healing is, where all the nourishment is, where all the creative ideas come from. Notice how you feel in that beautiful place, and then gently wake your fingers and your toes and come up and just sort of notice how that felt. Those imagery skills are like muscles, and they get easier and easier, and you can always put yourself in the beautiful place, engulfing all your senses to their max. It gets easier and easier, and it creates a template for the place where all the creative solutions, ideas, and opportunities, intuitions, urges come. All is extremely well in that beautiful place. You can access it anytime you need it, and with so much appreciation. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.